I have an additional concern to get off my chest today, and that is about academic freedom and freedom of speech in academia. Apparently, you only have academic freedom and freedom of speech if you say the things of which they approve. Now, I have this reputation here at the school for being, what did the vice president call me? I can't remember the word he used. It's a backhanded compliment. Mouthy, that's what he called me, mouthy. Why is he so mouthy? Well, there are good reasons I'm mouthy. Number one of which, I don't have a family, so no one's hurt. Number two, I've got money in the bank, so if they fire me, it would be annoying, but not as big of a setback as it would be for others. And the dean came by Monday of this week and asked me to remove something from my door, not because he disagreed with it, but because he doesn't want to get flack. So here's what I had to remove from my door. LGBTAQ. Okay? Now, lots of people I work with who'd seen this before the dean thought this was hilarious. I just found out yesterday that we hired somebody who's one of those, and he doesn't want that person being upset with him because it's on my door. And ironically, that person doesn't even teach in this building, but they might be here one day. Or there's other people who work here who fit the alphabet soup from which this particular mem is crafted. And apparently, we're only allowed to say things that don't give offense to certain people. And that's because straight people don't tear your arms out if you offend them. Now, I can put all sorts of colored rainbow quisquilia all over the door. I can identify as a cantaloupe, apparently, and they'll not consider me to be completely and mentally insane. I'm Spartacus, but heaven forbid I make a joke on the door because somebody might not find it funny and give him crap. So it is a misbegotten notion that we have freedom of speech in academia. Even here, it's not free. You are free to say what they approve of you saying. And I don't approve of that. One other thing, I don't have this sign with me anymore because I think it's at the house. Speaking of signs, they put up a sign on the poster in the hallway last semester. I got them to change it. I should have left it alone because everyone's obsessed with certain buzzwords right now. And the buzzwords at the time were diversity, inclusion, and excellence. And I pointed out that if you treat diversity, inclusion, and excellence on a poster as if it was a crossword puzzle, there's another word it spells. So they reordered it to inclusion, diversity, excellence, which spells another word, if you play crossword down with it, that is also a bad thing. And I just look at this and think, are these subliminal messages that they're sending us about what they want us to do? Are these warnings? Because I view this as a warning. I decided to take the sign down because this is not a sword on which I'm willing to fall and a hill on which I'm willing to die. It was a joke. He doesn't want somebody to think it's not funny. There are other things that are more important, other things for which I'm more willing to stand. And fine, I took something out of my window. It's funny all the other things he let stay up there because I know he's a big climate change guy, and I've got 2 papers on the door out there, just the front title page, that are anti-climate change papers, which he didn't say anything about. That doesn't mean he won't. But you're only allowed to say things apparently that they approve of. I don't approve of that. Here's why. My life philosophy is that if your life philosophy is that I must accept you as you are and I must become what you find acceptable, that's not acceptable. That's not inclusion. That's not acceptance. That's not tolerance. That's preference. And preferential treatment is officially frowned upon everywhere. By everyone, unless, of course, it benefits them. Now, you can say what you want, do what you like. I've had plenty of videos removed from YouTube for saying things YouTube didn't want me to say, discussing things YouTube didn't want people to watch. I'm sure that my videos are demonetized and hidden, shadow banned, I think is the word they use. And I think that because of my low subscriber and view count. If so, fine. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop talking about what I think with anyone who will listen. I just figured this would be a way to get it out to you, whoever you are, wherever you are, that you might not know of because you don't know anyone in academia. I have 14 more years till I can retire, but I'm not going to be silent. Just to show you one more thing. No one's ever made a complaint about this, and this is on my wall too. This is a Greg Olson calendar. And it's interesting to watch people's responses when they come into my office. Very telling. To their great credit, most people don't pitch a fit. Be you, do what you do. Do not be afraid to stand for what you believe. If it is virtuous, ethical, and moral, then what's the problem? And even if they don't like it, then what's the problem? It's always been the right time to do the right thing. If you do it, Godspeed, God bless you, God protect you, and keep doing with firmness in the right as God gives us to see the right. Press forward. Take good care of yourselves. Ciao.